the prosecutor of the International Criminal Court has called on Israel and Hamas to adhere to international law and to allow humanitarian aid to be delivered to the Gaza Strip. Karim Khan has visited the region, accompanied by former deputy to the State Attorney of Israel, Yuval Sasson, to investigate if war crimes were committed on October 7 by Hamas and the subsequent response by Israeli forces. Yuval Sasson joins me now live from Tel Aviv. Thank you so much for your time. What did the International Criminal Court see in the time that it visited the region?
So first of all, we came at thank you for having me. And it came at the invitation of the hostage families. So many hostages are still kept under the Hamas captivity currently in Gaza, and we don't know what their situation is. We visited all through Friday in the southern district and got a first-hand chance to see the sights. You have the pictures with you to actually smell the scents, because smell of death is still there 2 months after, together with ashes and smoke, and because these communities have been and demolished, and also hear the sounds and hear the stories firsthand. We can see here Mr. Oyelin from Be'eri Kibbutz walking through with the prosecutor through his houses, through the houses of his community, and telling the stories of so many young lives and lives and souls that were taken that day. Prosecutor Khan afterwards came to Tel Aviv, to the headquarters of the forum, met with families of hostages that were released and families of many hostages that are still under captivity. And later on, he visited together with us the Children's Hospital Schneider and met with the manager of the hospital. And at the end of his visit, he called for the immediate release of all hostages.
Okay, so the ICC is going to be investigating whether or not Hamas committed war crimes on October 7, but also the subsequent response by Israeli forces. What evidence was gathered during that visit, if any, to suggest that indeed war crimes were committed?
So this visit was not an evidence-gathering visit. It was a visit at the request and the invitation of the families to Israel to visit the places, to hear the people. The prosecutor has already opened an investigation, so the investigation is in place, but this visit was not investigative in its style, and it wasn't actually evidence collection. But obviously, the prosecutor has said that he's looking very, very thoroughly into the situation and will act according to what he has seen, heard, and according to evidence that will be brought in front of him. It is the intention of the Israeli Forum for hostage families to submit in the near future evidence and that we have been gathering in order to facilitate and to persuade the prosecutor to take action, because when the International Criminal Court was actually established, its legacy is to deal exactly with such atrocities as the Hamas has committed on October 7th in Israel, started this whole war situation, because communities were actually sleeping 6:30 a.m. in the morning. It was the morning of a Jewish holiday, and 3,000 and more people just went into the communities, butchered, beheaded the people, tore off limbs, raped women, kidnapped and abducted people, murdered babies in their cribs, and tortured people. So all of these are things that the International Criminal Court has a duty and a responsibility to look into and to investigate.
Okay, well, we will await to see the outcome of that. Yuval Sasson, we do have to leave it there. Thank you very much for joining us.